So to make rasam, we need a few ingredients, and we're going to start off with this first. So this compound asafoetida, then we have mustard seeds, we have curry leaves, and we have dried chili. So for dried chili, we want to take about 8 dried chili, and for mustard seeds, we want 1 tablespoon, and for curry leaves, it's just as much as you want to put. So in the middle, we have the asafoetida. Here we have the pepper, here we have the jeera, and here we have the garlic. So for the asafoetida, you just take as much as you need. It's just this much. You cut it out from that from the compound that they gave. And then for the pepper, we want from 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of pepper. This depends on like the amount of spiciness that you can take. For the jeera, it's about 2 tablespoons. For the garlic, it's about 15 to 20 slices of it. Okay, then we take tamarind, this much of tamarind. We are going to dissolve this in water. We will let it soak for a while as well. It's about this much. So 1 palm size. Then we have 3 tomatoes, sliced like this. Then we just take as much coriander as we want. And then here we just have 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. So now we start by grinding the pepper, the jeera, and the garlic together. We do not add water for this. So after we've ground the pepper, the jeera, and the garlic, this is how we want it to look like. We don't want it to be too powdered or anything. So you can add as much water as you need, and you start to squash the tomato with your hands like this until it's quite well squashed. And the thing is, you have to do this, and you have to do the same with the tamarind as well. You have to soak it in water. Yeah, you have to soak it in water, and then you have to squash it as well. So we've added 2 tablespoons of oil. You want to make sure that the water becomes thick with just the juices from the tamarind. You have to make sure it nicely dissolves. So first we add the mustard. Once all the mustard has started to burst, after that only you can add the chili and the dried chili and the curry leaf. Now we add the asafoetida that we cut from the compound. And then we add the ground garlic, jeera, and pepper. Make sure to wipe the lid off as well. We want to fry this until it becomes slightly brown or slightly toasty. Yeah. It has to fry well before you can add the tomato and the the tamarind. So you want to make sure it looks a bit toasty like this. Now we add the tomato. for the tamarind, before you add the tamarind, you want to drain the tamarind seeds out. So when you first add water and then you squash the tamarind, then you take the water, you collect it, then you add water to the remaining tamarind again. You squash it, and then the water you pour out again, because tamarind you can have a lot of residue. So you should get about this amount, which is a lot more than what we initially had. Then you just add it. If you feel like your rasam is too thick, then you can add a bit more water. So now we're adding a bit more water. There isn't exactly a ratio for water to tamarind to the tomato or anything. So you just add as much as you think looks like a consistent texture lah. Then next we're going to add the yellow powder or the turmeric powder. Next, we add this much of salt, or like salt to taste. However you think is suitable to your taste buds, you add as much salt as you need to. Then we're going to let this boil for about 15 minutes. After it has boiled for 15 minutes, then we add the coriander leaves. You shouldn't take out the rasam like when you see its first boil or something, because apparently the nutrition will not get soaked by the rasam properly, I guess. That's what my mom's saying lah. So yeah, you just let it boil for 15 minutes, then you add your coriander leaves, then your rasam is done already. So we want the rasam to start boiling like this. This is after like 7 to 10 minutes. Actually 10 to 15 minutes is also enough, or 7 to 10 minutes is also enough. So you just want to get a boil like this. Then we're going to add the coriander leaves, which we have cut, twisted. Yeah. And then you can switch off your stuff and your rasam is ready. Then you just stir it a bit, that's all.